Hey guys, today we're here to discuss my predictions on this year's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And so far there have only been two matches announced, and those are Miz vs. Randy Orton for the WWE Championship and the Royal Rumble match. But I think another match that will happen at this pay-per-view will be Edge vs. Dolph Ziggler for the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's get started, alright? So the first match that I'm looking at here is the WWE Championship, Miz vs. Orton. Now, this match started with Miz vs. Orton at TLC in a tables match. Miz retained his title by putting Orton through a table, right? And then, like, weeks later, it was John Morrison versus Miz at Raw in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the title. And Miz retained his belt. But later that night, Randy Orton won a triple threat steel cage match to determine the number one contender for the title. He beat Wade Barrett and Sheamus to become the number one contender. Originally, I thought that it would be Miz versus Morrison at the Rumble for the title, but it didn't happen. But either way, this should be a good match. My pick to win is Miz because he just won it, and I really see him carrying the title all the way up until WrestleMania. And Orton, I just don't see him winning the title anytime soon. Maybe like in 5 months, but so far I don't really see him becoming champion right now. So that's my pick. I predict that Miz will defeat Randy Orton to retain his WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Next match, we have the World Heavyweight Championship, Edge versus Dolph Ziggler. I'm not really sure if this match is going to take at this pay-per-view, but if it does, then yeah. So originally, I thought it would be Edge versus Alberto Del Rio for the world title at the Rumble, but instead we have Dolph Ziggler, and I'm very surprised that Dolph Ziggler is gonna face Edge for the title because I never thought that Ziggler would get a push so fast. So how Ziggler got this push? It was SmackDown, right? The first match on SmackDown was Edge versus Kane in a great last man standing match for the world title. Edge retained the belt, and then later that night, Dolph Ziggler put his title, his Intercontinental title, on the line against Kofi Kingston, and Kofi Kingston defeated Ziggler to win the title. But later that night, it was announced that it would be a triple threat number one contenders match to determine the number one contender to face Edge for the world title. And that match was Big Show versus Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes, but they added Dolph Ziggler into the match. So then it was a fatal four-way match. And I wanted Drew McIntyre to win because I kind of felt that it was his time to shine, to become the number one contender. But Dolph Ziggler won, and that was shocking. But at first, like, I couldn't really, like, how did I say this? Like, I couldn't really see Dolph Ziggler, like, as championship material. But after a while, after some time of thinking, it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of see this guy as world championship material. So who I think will win? If this match does take place at the Royal Rumble, I think Edge will win. Like Miz, I think Edge will carry on the world title until WrestleMania. So that's my pick. I predict Edge will retain the World Heavyweight title. Now, next match, we have the Royal Rumble match. The humble, the only, the great Royal Rumble match. Yes, so here are 4 picks who I think have a good chance at winning the Rumble. First one is Christian. Christian has been out ever since Alberto Del Rio, injured him. So I think Christian will return at the Rumble, and I pretty much think that Christian will win. And if Christian does win, I pretty much see him choosing Edge. So it could be Christian versus Edge at WrestleMania for the world title, which would be a unbelievably awesome match. It would go on ages for like a long time, so I really hope Christian does win. But if Christian doesn't win, another guy I see winning is John Morrison. I really want John Morrison to face Miz at WrestleMania. I think that would be a great match. I also think it would be great if they had Christian versus Edge and Morrison versus Miz. And if Morrison and Christian both win, they could walk out together as world champions, kind of like Cena and Batista back at WrestleMania 21. So I really think it'll either be Christian or Morrison. But here's 2 other guys that I think also have a good chance at winning. I think Triple H has a good chance of winning because he's been out for a long time. So he could return at this pay-per-view. And another guy I see winning is maybe CM Punk, because they kind of got this Nexus Cena thing, and the WWE mostly puts Cena like at the main event, so they could do something with Punk Cena at WrestleMania. So maybe CM Punk could win the Royal Rumble. So yeah, so it's either between Christian, Morrison, Triple H, or CM Punk that I see winning at the Royal Rumble. So that's all. Thank you for watching. And if Edge vs Ziggler is not a match at the Rumble, I apologize. And for the rest of the matches that will get announced that I haven't talked about, I'm gonna put my picks and predictions on those matches in the description. Please rate, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and I'll see you later.